They almost see me flop, but I'm slipping on them. Watch, let them watch.
All ready to fight.
Comes a new challenger.
HP's maxed, side quest done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Begin. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Ooh, hold on. Backs him into a corner. Player 2 is mixing it up and has him shaking in the corner. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. They gotta watch out. Can they survive this badly timed burnout? Both players with no drive in the tank, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Anything could happen here. Parries to cancel the fireball. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Next hit will end the round. And the dire it's there! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Instant jumping. Ooh, are we going to see some pounces on that mistake with the impact for the punish count? Player 2, maintaining the corner pressure, brushes that off and keeps going. Full SA meters on deck with both sides. This could be over. Looking when this burnout changes the game. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Denru, Repa! Player 1 will need to use their meter wisely here. KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Instant drive impact misses. Oh my God! Did he choke it away? Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. What now? Close range projectile, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Are they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Player 1 is in spiritual burnout. Teach him a lesson. Both are experiencing burnout. Here comes the corner pressure. What's Genku Hako gonna do? The throw connects. Oh, damn! noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Are you for real? Are you for real? Player one has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Drive impact misses. Uses the fireball to try to get a reaction. That corner's gonna make him take the hit and keeps on trucking. Takes the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive stock, and that's going to affect their ability to play the neutral game. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. I think both fighters will want to keep an eye on the drive gauge and try to refill it whenever they can. Player 1 is in burnout, drives off the table, takes a trip. Player 2 chases him down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Cuts in with the drive impact. Closing moments of the round, 1 experiencing burnout. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1, burnout triggered. What are they doing? Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. So little life left. You know those 7 beautiful letters. You love to hear them. See what eating your spinach does for you, kids? What a win! Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Shoots off a fireball up close. They don't score the punish counter, but they still do damage. Tons of time left. How's this match going to play out? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Keeping tabs on what the opponent is doing. They want to strike quick. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important here. Player KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Steps back to start things off. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Who gain control of the match and experiencing burnout? Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Gotta watch out. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 needs to use the crush of that off and keeps going. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. A real test of nerves here. Anti-air in the clutch. Impact squash. Looking for a chance. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this? The projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player 1 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Can't decide who's gonna stay in the corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Puts one in the pocket. Backs him into a corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Gets the jump in. Snares it. This is the perfect range to reach out and whip a projectile. Player 1 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Stuck in the corner, but not going down without a fight. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Flawless. They got them so quick. See what eating your spinach does for you kids? What a win! The eternal struggle, never-ending matches. Super Arm converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Limited resources at hand right now. Gets the jump in. Player 1 needs to deal with his burnout.
Pay attention!
At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important here. Life lead opens up, takes a trip. The corner makes it hard. This stun might mean the end of this round. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened? Oh, that was a sweet read. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. And they keep up the momentum. Can't tech the throw. Throw option, always good for the damage. Player 1 needs to be cautious with drive gauge. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? What's this? Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge, now's the time. Jumps in, a quick breather. Jumps up, gotta be careful not to whip at this range. The opening on that impact, will they take it? Bites out from the corner, tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Dashes a solid anti-air, knocks them out of the air. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Down and out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Starts things off with a jump in. Nothing stops this train. Already back to the wall. That punish counter creates a chance for some juicy damage here. What now? Will this super art do anything? Like my pops told me, scared money don't make no money. And kids got plenty. Player 1 still has this is gonna hurt. Closes it out. You gotta hand it to both our fighters. They put on a real clinic for it. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes for it all, but just misses. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if this drive gauge runs out. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this rate. What are they thinking here? Player 2 is using their drive liberally. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on it if they want to win this match. Confident anti-air to counter the jump in. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 2, KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Starts the party with a jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Decides to spin the meter to open up some more chances. Will this decision pay off for them? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. What are they doing? There's the drive impact. That's gonna lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge, now's the time. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Our fighters are at a standstill. Not sure what's going on. Knockdown and drive usage back on the table. Close what crowns them from above. Or we put patches out the gauge right there. Still alive? Still alive!
Sit down and shut up!
You're done!
Yeah! You can't beat me!
Final round. Fight!
Opens with the jump in, finds the target. Clutch, anti-air. This is gonna hurt. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Close range projectile. Player one can't use drive anymore. Turn up, but they might have a plan. Breaks him. Okay, here we go. Knocked him out of the air. Player one down and out. Player two is a force to be reckoned with. It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold? What's this? Brushes that off and keeps going. Ooh, adds on a bit extra to top off their damage output. Was that a good decision? Player one will be in a world of hurt if this drive gauge runs out. Will it hit, whip, charge in? Tricky territory here. Player one is using their drive liberally. If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time, so it's vital to not let that happen. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player two maintaining the pits. Player two draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round two. Fight!
They piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Tries them open with the Shoryuken. The opening on that impact. Will they take it? Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Super clutch corner switch. Okay, creating some space here. Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Player one has an empty. Ooh, burnout activate. They're both driving. This is gonna get messy. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Knockdown, here comes the mix-up. So little life left. That was a well-placed projectile. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Starts the party with a jump in. Oh my God, did they just choke it away? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner. This is gonna hurt. A jump drop. Wall flat into the guard break. Now that's how you use an impact. Perfect read with the anti-air. And whips, they're wide open. Wow, crowns them from above. Close range projectile. A single hit will the projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Player two maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Super armor does its job. Both fighters are looking at near empty drive gauges. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player two is in burnout, drives off the table. Takes the jump in. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. KO. Player one draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round two. Fight!
Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Shoots off a fireball up low, brushes that off, and keeps going. Player 2 needs to use that drive gauge better if they want to take things back. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. This range is where it gets interesting. Gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Puts faith in the overdrive. Ooh, burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. What are they doing? Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Burnout triggers. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. This is the ideal range to utilize that KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Absorbs it, converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Both looking for an opening, they want to get in and do damage. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. What a clutch side switch there. Now's the time to capitalize. Are you both exchanging numbers or something? They're at the center of the stage. Nothing but space and opportunity. Pressure is so intense here. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Misses the drive impact. You miss that mark with drive impact, and you're open to get punished. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Doesn't miss a beat. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? What'll happen here? Still slugging it out and getting sweaty. Big opportunity coming. Going in? It's there. See what eating your spinach does for you kids? What a win. This is getting serious. We got a vortex, a never-ending series of matches between players. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? Player 2 maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Taking stock. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge may be the turning point. Player 2 will have to fight back here without any drive. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That punish counter creates a chance for some juicy damage here. They kept a close eye on the skies, and it paid off. Good reactions there. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Fight.
Instant jumping. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Player takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Player 2 is holding on to that corner advantage. Going in? General kick for a mix-up. Still struggling for control of the neutral. Looking winded, burnout changes the game. They were baiting that the whole time. Add some damage and flare with the super. Making sure they're done, using the super to get the KO. Taking no privilege. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Out of my way.
Final round. Fight.
opens with a jump, brushes that off, and keeps going. They choose to spin the meter to up the damage by a bit. Player 2 this is gonna hurt. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Player 2 has a big drive gauge lead. Drive gauge is almost infinite. They gotta be careful. Player 2 needs to slow down. Nothing stops this train. Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very perilous situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Test the waters with a fireball. Backed into the corner. What setups do they have? What in anti-air? Denied the jump-in attempt. You gotta hand it to both our fighters. They put on a real clinic for it. It is not over. They want that run back. How's this going to unfold? Whips with that huge attack. Takes the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Fights out of the corner, but not able to relax just yet. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. All right, what's up now? Can't blame either of these fighters for not wanting to be stuck in that corner. Avoids getting cornered. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. They don't score the punish counter, but they still do damage. Player 2, maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Decides to spin the meter to open up some more. Will this super art connect? In a dire situation. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Instant jumping takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Ooh, adds on a bit extra to top off their damage output. Will this decision pay off for them? Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Goes for the jump in. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is the smart meter management. He sneaks in above. What'll happen here? Ooh, burnout activates. Player 2, at looking winded, burnout changes the game. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. The low, going in? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. The air-to-air is good. Cross-up attack. What now? Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. Oh my God, did they just choke it away? What'll be the drive impact for the finish? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a punch. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for the side switch. Crowns them from above. Goes with the safe stuff. Oh my God, did they just choke it away? What now? Anti-air in the clutch. Death drive impact misses. And whiffs. They're wide open. This could lead to some big damage. Sets up with the jump in. Both are ready to pull the trigger on the tries to act quickly, but whiff the attack. Both sides getting ready. Who makes the first move at this range? Changes the pace with the projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Bust out the debit card because that fight was cash money.